This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Wednesday, November 30. In Squiz Kids Today, report card on Barrier Reef. World's biggest volcano erupts. Fake news on Wikipedia, and the school kids who became farmers. That's what's making news, kid style.
The lowdown.
It's that time of year when school winds down and report cards are issued. So it was timely yesterday when a report card came in for the way that we're looking after the Great Barrier Reef. And it's fair to say we're tracking on about a C- at the moment, with the report card noting we have a lot of work to do to improve our grade. The report card I'm talking about was issued by an organisation called UNESCO, which is the part of the United Nations that looks out for sites of natural or cultural significance around the world. At the moment, the Great Barrier Reef is listed as a World Heritage Site, meaning it's a natural wonder of the world that all effort should be taken to protect. But scientists from around the world who visited our reef in March and studied the state of it have recommended that it be included on a list of World Heritage Sites that are in danger. Global warming and runoff from agricultural land near the coast, which is to say polluted water that runs from land to sea, are both to blame. But it's not too late. There's lots we can do to restore the reef and make sure that it can be enjoyed by generations to come.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Hawaii, where the world's largest volcano has erupted. Called Mauna Loa and located on the biggest of the islands in the Hawaiian island chain, which rather confusingly is called Hawaii, the volcano started spewing out red-hot lava in the early hours of yesterday morning and has been rumbling away ever since. Mauna Loa is the largest active volcano in the world, rising more than 4 kilometres above sea level. There were no reports of anyone being in danger yesterday, but authorities are keeping a careful eye on it. Because the slopes of the volcano are quite steep, if lava starts to flow down them, it can move really quickly. Get this. During an eruption in 1950, the lava travelled 24 kilometres from the top of Mauna Loa to the sea in less than 3 hours. Yikes! I've stuck a link to video of the lava flow in today's episode notes. And if that doesn't satisfy your curiosity about all things volcano and earthquake, check out the Squiz Kids shortcut that Amanda and I recorded on that very topic. Everything you've ever wanted to know about where they happen, why they happen, and how the people who live with them have adapted. I've stuck a link to it in today's episode notes, or search for it in the Squiz Kids feed on your podcasting app. You're very welcome.
Squiz Kids salutes.
And today it's a big old Squiz Kids salute to the 7 students of Hermedale Public School in country New South Wales, who will be paying for a school excursion all by themselves after planting and harvesting a wheat crop. Yep, that's right. As school fundraisers go, they don't get more inventive than this. Hermedale Public School has only 7 students in total, from kindy right through to year 6. Can you imagine? And because so many of their parents work on farms, and because it's such a big part of their lives, it was decided that as a fundraising activity, the kids would plant a crop of wheat and harvest it. Harvest means to collect the grain once the wheat has grown. For large parts of this year, the students have swapped their school shoes for work boots and been out on the land tending to their crop. So, how much wheat grain did they finally grow? Oh, only about 170 tonnes, enough to make 290,000 loaves of bread. Amazing. And how much is that worth? Oh, it's only worth about $50,000. The kids had initially hoped to raise enough money for a bus trip to the beach. Now they've got enough for a trip around Australia. Hang on, kids, while I pack my suitcase. I'm coming with you. Every Wednesday, Squizzy the Newshound sticks his snout into Squiz Kids HQ and lets us know what fishy stories he's sniffed out on the internet this week. And today, his nose is twitching after he's copped a whiff of toast. Toast. Who doesn't love the smell of toast? And it's all because this week a great big Wikipedia fraud was exposed about the inventor of the electric toaster. About 9 years ago, you see, a university student created a fake Wikipedia page claiming that the inventor of the electric toaster was a man called Alan McMasters, who lived in Scotland in the late 1800s. But Alan McMasters was actually his mate, who was alive in 2013 and sitting next to him in a uni lecture. Problem was, so many people have come to believe everything they read on the internet, and especially on Wikipedia, that it soon became accepted wisdom that Alan McMasters had invented the electric toaster. Schools in Scotland did projects on it, a TV cooking show repeated the lie, and the fake toaster inventor McMasters was even on a list of important historical figures to feature on the British £50 note. It took an eagle-eyed 15-year-old to suspect the photo posted of Alan McMasters on the Wikipedia page was a fake. And this week, the story of how the internet was fooled unravelled. Another sterling example of why, as Squizzy says, we should always stop, think, and check before believing everything we see, read, or hear on the internet. And a reminder, if you want to hone your Newshound skills, then don't forget our excellent new media literacy program for primary school kids called, you guessed it, Newshounds. Teachers, sign up for free at squizkids.com.au so your class can join Squizzy the Newshound as he teaches kids to tell online fact from fiction. Okay, do you want the good news first or the bad news? Bad? Okay, well, I'm sorry to tell you there are only a couple of weeks left of the podcast until we break for the summer holidays. No, wait, don't be sad. Not only do you get to go on holidays, but we're also giving you presents, and lots of them. Each week over the holidays, we're going to be releasing 3 free podcasts to keep you entertained. On Mondays, there'll be a Squiz Kids shortcut, a deep dive into a big topic, like weird and wonderful Christmas foods, or fireworks, or YouTube. 2 days later, Amanda will fire up the Squiz Kids superfast supersonic jetliner to take you all on an audio excursion to a different country each week as part of our Squiz the World podcasts. Your holiday itinerary includes Cuba, Ireland, Peru, and Morocco, so be ready to depart every Wednesday morning all summer long. And then every Saturday we'll be serving up an adults versus kids bumper quiz. It's your chance to challenge your parents and prove once and for all that kids are smarter than grown-ups. Perfect for holiday road trips. So that's 3 free podcasts every week for the entire school holidays. Be sure to tell your friends. Subscribe to the Squiz Kids feed in your favourite podcasting app and they'll pop up automatically, or keep an eye on our website. Once again, you're very welcome.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. Where in the world is the erupting volcano Mauna Loa? Yeah, that's right, it's in Hawaii. Question number 2. What useful kitchen appliance, popular at breakfast, was until recently described on Wikipedia as being invented by a man called Alan McMasters? Yeah, that's right, it was the toaster. Question number 3. What sort of grain did a New South Wales public school harvest to pay for an excursion? Yeah, that's right, it was wheat.
Shout-outs.
It's November 30, only 24 days until Christmas. If you haven't yet decked the halls, now would be a good time to start. And over in Qatar today, the Socceroos will be preparing to take on Denmark in a very important World Cup match, which takes place in the wee small hours of tomorrow morning. Come on, Socceroos. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Riley from Tumut, Kian from Sydney, Zachary from Glenbrook, Laura, Elsa and Marcus from Preston, Corbin from Gregory Hills, Tommy from Dysart, Anne from Catherine, Thomas from Edensor Park, Millie from Paddington, Nolan from Cronulla and Fateh from Melton. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Jackson from Junee and Aidan from Bega. And classroom shout-outs today go to Class 4G and Mrs. Garvin at Glenbrook Public School, Class 4 and 5L and Mrs. Leuenberger at Waitara Primary School, Class 5-6 and Ms. Grace at Mount Carmel School in Yass, Class Emmaus and Ms. Crockett at All Saints College in Maitland, Class 5-6 Red and Miss Vickery at Bathurst South Public School, Room 9 at South Perth Primary School, students in K to 6 at Carragabal Primary School with Miss Bradley, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Carter and Miss Marie, and finally, a shout out to Mr. Starr at Cherrybrook Public School who's celebrating a birthday today. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. Amanda will be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.